Ndị be anyị ngwadalụ dị nnenu anyị si ka ụbọchị nkịta mana na anyị na mma anyị si ka nkonye chiri ya zelụkwa dịka o si dị ya bụ Eastern News 24 ka anyị si wee na-ewetara ya bụ ozi nje gị n'ugbu a gbasịta maka ya bụ ife na-eme na Eastern Region and the entire nation. Please pay attention to this update anyị ji maka ya wee bịa n'iru akwụkwọ n'ụbọchị uruchi nkịta. Alright, ozi ewetara unu bụ according to the Biafran activist wetara ya bụ ozi as he quote. Breaking news: the Biafran Prime Minister Simon Ekpa win globally as Finland government under pressure, panic, as new evidence shows the injustice system and game against the Biafran Prime Minister Simon Ekpa, as new international lawyer step in, petition Finland government in UN, AU, and African Union. Hear the news in details. All right, because pay attention to this clip. Over to you, sir.
Easily be influenced, they can be easily bribed to give their own judgment. Also take
that's what I said earlier, that Nigeria bought them over anyway. They bought Finland over, and the judges that actually adjudicated Simon Ekpa's case, they are all below the standard of that level. Of course, the whole world believed where Ekpa was sentenced. And again, I want to tell you about how furious, highly infuriated is Donald Trump of United States, because he's going towards sanctioning not only Finland, but United Nations. Why? United Nations is giving go-ahead to this kind of trouble going on around the world. It is too obvious that the court, the judge, that the ICC, their operations, their modus operandi during Gaza conflict between Israel, Iran, Hezbollah, Lebanon, and the Palestinians. The roles that ICC played, actually, they declared Benjamin Netanyahu persona non grata. And we actually know what brought about the Gaza conflict. It was invasion by Hamas of Israel on 10th October 2023, isn't it? And many Israelis were killed, that were celebrating Nova Music Festival. Even strangers from France, Britain, Germany, all over Europe, they were among, even from America. The Hamas spy all of them and abducted many nationalities. And still, ICC is trying to declare Benjamin Netanyahu persona non gratum. That's why Donald Trump is not happy. That Trump is not happy with this current judgment, because the judges, their names are not made known. Their personalities are hidden. They are hiding, meaning they are on the run after sensing danger. Because they know that if allowed, the Finnish people, the Igbos, Finland, other African countries, Pan-Africanists in Finland are going to attack them. They don't have, the free will to move freely in Finland again, because they are all below standard judges. And if you look at what actually went on last week, prior to Simon Ekpa's judgment, you will find out that those judges were bribed. They collected bribe locally and internationally, because already Nigeria bribed Finland with crude oil, with contract they awarded to Finland in Lagos Island, Ikoyi. I'm telling you, observe this judgment too well. You will know that those judges, they hide their personalities, their identities. This kind of judgment, the gravity of this judgment, actually portends that any presiding judges should be a popular judge. Look at Nnamdi Kanu's judge, son, James Omotocho, son, senior advocate of Nigeria. Who are the judges that are educated, that actually presided over Sam Ekpa's judgment? They are nobodies. They are not known. They are substandard judges who are just charge and bail. I mentioned charge and bail before because I know that those judges, their personalities are hidden. Why? They are sensing danger. The perility is that, the peril is that if they come to public notice or function, they will be lynched. People will attack them. They are corrupt judges. They were paid to do this judgment, But today, we see that Ekpa is going to receive what clemency or leniency based on reviewing the judgment that actually gave him 6 years. He's going to receive, let me say, clemency or leniency. Is an emotional reward. They should be emotional about it, because the people that are orchestrating terrorism in Nigeria, their names were given out by United Arab Emirates. They were up to 350 alhajis, imams, sheikhs and other clerics in northern Nigeria. The government of Muhammad Buhari could not do them anything. The government of this current man, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, has turned their back on them because Tinubu is afraid of Fulani. Fear of the Fulani Janjaweed is the beginning of wisdom of this administration of Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Tinubu is hiding. Yes, he doesn't want the Fulani. He ran back to France now, because if he's here now, they are closing on him. Don't you know that Asorok is subjected to threats, serious threats? For how many months now? They are planning to come to Asorok. And everybody is aware. That's why Tinubu just all of a sudden jettisoned to France. Fulani Janjaweed, they are all over West Africa, looking around, spreading Islamization evangelism. They just want to take over everywhere. But Samunapa is one of the people that are resisting Islamic evangelism, Islamization in Nigeria. That's why he comes out on social media threatening and inciting all this manner of infuriating statement that brings about this Idimango judgment.
Okay, even though we know that the judges are chargeable, although currently in Finland we have 5 appeal courts, and we also have I think about 20 district courts in Finland. I do not think if they are to appeal Simon Ekpa's case, because they have 30 days to file for this appeal, do you not think they should possibly look for the best, the appeal court that that has history, that will give the best judgment for Simon Ekpa? But for a fact, from all we know, the sentence might not be increased to above that 6 years, but the appeal court might want to reduce it. But do you not think that time they look for the court, and even possibly ask the Finnish court to bring out the document, this judgment document, to know how or why he was sentenced to 6 years?
Yes, you are right. You're right. I can see it's a good decision, that they should properly investigate the next judges, as in appeal court, the judges to preside over the case. They should profile them too well to know their qualities, to know their documents, to know their past judgments, their history, meaning their profiles, who they are, how they handle judges in the past. Then again, to know how they will, consider us, courage, work of courage in the southeastern Nigeria by coming out on social media to scare away the Fulani Janjaweeds, the killer Fulanis from the southeastern Nigeria invasion. So they are going to canvass. As I'm talking to you now, it's going to take them 30 days to appeal, right? They are canvassing for quality judges. Judges that had potentials, previous profile, good profiling, who did good jobs that warrant legacy to epitomize. Legacy to epitomize, I mean, is judges that will deliver healthy judgment, and it will enter into record. It will go into record. They will archive his or her record that on so time he actually presided over such international case and made good achievements. That is what I mean by epitomizes, epitomizing a legacy. Do you understand? So what I'm trying to say is this: they are canvassing, I mean, the Biafrans all over the world. Biafrans in the diasporas, I mean, are the well-able-bodied Igbo men, informed men, intellectuals outside Nigeria. They are working too hard right now to canvass for healthy judges, judges with good records in Finland to come out to preside over this appeal. And at the end of the day, as you said, whether they are going to reduce the jail tenure, the jail time, the jail years, bring it down more. But I'm saying that good judges with good profiles, in the past are coming out to strike this judgment out. Because the document used currently, the documents will be presented when Court of Appeals ensues or commences. So from the judgment document, they will follow up to know what to do. Actually, if the charge and bail judges are actually working under Nigeria instruction or not. That's why they needed to bring the documents. And I believe after doing so, the judges are going to free Simon Ekpa.
Okay, judges will free him.
Yeah.
Okay. And do you not think that do you think that if Ekpa is if do you think that EKPA will be do you think is the number of years they gave to him, do you think it will be reduced? And at the same time, if he's actually given or pardoned, released or given freedom, do you think EKPA want to go back to pushing the agenda against this Islamization of the Fulanis in Nigeria?
Yeah, you see, where I'm seeing it, I will make my explanation more complex because I'm following your questions. Listen, EKPA will not back down. I expected you to ask me if EKPA is going to continue with his agitation of Biafra. I'm the one that infused this one into your question, and I'm going to expand it. EKPA is going to stand on his feet and add more grease to his elbow. I'm telling you, I'm going to add more grease to his elbow because the law warrants that every individual has right to agitate for self-determination, self-actualization, and it is the very fundamental right of every citizen. EKPA is not excluded to agitate for self-determination. So EKPA is going to gear it up. When it comes out from this, it's going to delve into more serious, formidable, dreadful agitation for emancipation of sovereign state of Biafra. So let me tell you, this time around, again, as I'm trying to add it, EKPA's jail tenure, as you asked me, will be reduced to 0. You are asking me, are they going to bring it down? They are bringing it down because after I'm telling you, EKPA is not going anywhere. What EKPA did is just in support of his tribe, the tribe he called or believes is his own. And the name of that tribe is Hebrew. Igbo. We are from the Hebrews, name Hebrew. That was our name before. 17th, 18th centuries, it was Igbo. Then on graduating to 19th century, Igbo. Then now we are into new millennium, we are Igbo. You see how the name metamorphosed into Igbo and the Igbos. See, listen, EKPA is a bright, courageous son of Igbo land. So what he's trying to do now is going to gear up to prove himself that actually he is supporting indigenous people of Biafra, initiated, founded by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And what EKPA fought hard was, let Mazi Nnamdi Kanu not die in prison. And if they lay Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in prison, I am going to take it up upon myself and make sure that I keep agitation of Biafra aglow and alive. That's why you see EKPA comes out on social media often to intimidate the Fulanis back to the slums. Their cells and camps in Adamawa Forest and Sambisa Forest, even to the region called Sahel, southern Algeria, southern Morocco, southern Mauritania, southern Libya, southern Chad, where they all migrated from. And I'm telling you that Niger is not left out, and Burkina Faso. The man, Sam EKPA, was working so hard, industriously, to scare them back to their originality.
The Fulani must know that Nigeria does not belong to them. Enough of all this shenanigans. How can a particular tribe be acting as if the Nigerian space and the Nigerian system belongs to them? We must cut off this menace and this shenanigan. We've seen most persons who have refused to come out and speak their mind just because they are scared of the Fulanis. If today is your first time of watching, please kindly like this channel, subscribe on this platform, like the videos, share, comment for more political discourse. We need to tell the Fulanis the truth that the Nigerian system and the Nigerian space does not belong to them alone. We've had so many Fulanis acting as if this entire space belongs to them. But I want to tell you that enough of all this shenanigans, enough of this nonsense. How long can we be under contraction? How long can we be enslaved because we claim to be in a country fighting for one Nigeria? The Fulani military has migrated from the foot of Jelo Island, and now the conquest is driving heavily towards them. with the mindset that Nigeria belongs to them. But I can tell you with every conviction that until we come out and call a spade, these people will not turn against this their shenanigan, this their nonsense. It is becoming too unbearable that the particular tribe believes nobody can hurt them. That the particular tribe believes the unity of Nigeria is tied to them. That the particular tribe believes without them, nobody dares go anywhere. And I don't blame them. I blame the system that have given them that power for them to continue in this menace. I blame the system who gives them pardon, who grant them amnesty, even in the midst where things ought to have been called a spade. That is the current place we tend to find ourselves now. And now, every now and then, the Fulani militias are buying people on a daily basis just because of the negligence of the government, just because we have a failed state, and just because the government itself is not ready to take responsibilities. If they are ready to take responsibilities, the Fulani militias will not be given that such enormous power to act as if they own the country. They will be given such enormous power to act as if without them Nigeria cannot survive. It is high time we should call a spade and tell them the truth. That these people migrated from the Fulani Island, from the Sahel place down to Nigeria, and now these people have so become a menace into the Nigerian space. It has become a problem ravaging every nooks and crannies of the society. A major menace that the government has failed to even address the issue. And now the problem is now waxing, is now degenerating on every now and then. But the question is, how long can we continue to manage this menace? How long can we continue to deceive ourselves in all of this? How long? And all of these are the attributes of a failed state. All of these are the attributes of a failed state. Because Nigeria as it stands has shown that nothing can work. When you say the Biafra should go, you say no. Let the Yorubas go, you say no. You see how the infantry to believe that you own this country. You see how the infantry to believe that one Nigeria belongs to you. My brother, you need to bury your face in shame. You need to bury your face in shame. Because as it stands now, nothing can work in the country. Nothing is working in the country. We are in a state. We are in a state where everyone is trying to save their life. Because to me, we've seen it all. We've seen it all. And it's not working. And it's not working. That is the current state of the nation. That is the current state where the people tend to find themselves because of a failed system, because of a failed government. It is now crippling him. It is now crippling him into the system. It is now crippling him into the system. And we see leaders who cannot come out and speak their mind. We've seen leaders who cannot come out and speak up when the Nigerian state is in a total chaos. We've seen leaders who cannot speak now that the country is in a total mess down. For the question is how long can we continue to remain in this contraption called one Nigeria? How long can we be fooled? How long can we continue in this mess? The country that is not working. A state of the nation that is full of lies, deceits, and propaganda. The question is, how long can we continue like this? If today is the first time of watching this kind of like this,